Every character in Vagabond wants something from Musashi. His opponents want to defeat him. His followers want to witness him. The road wants to break him. Even the people who care about him, who genuinely, completely care, want something in return for that caring. Proof that it matters. Proof that he sees them. Proof that the love they're giving is landing somewhere real. Otsu is the only exception, and most people read her as the woman who waited, the devoted girl left behind by a man too consumed by his path to turn around, the quiet tragedy at the edge of the story. That reading misses everything. Otsu isn't the woman who waited. She's the only person in Vagabond who learned how to love without demanding anything back. And that, in a manga full of extraordinary strength, is the rarest thing Inoue ever drew. Vagabond is a story full of love, but almost none of it is uncomplicated. Matahachi loves Otsu possessively. She belongs to him by prior claim, by childhood assumption, by the story he tells himself about who he is and who she should be. His love is a kind of ownership, and when she doesn't conform to what he needs her to be, he abandons her rather than release the claim. The students of various schools love their masters ideologically. The love is real, but it requires the master to remain what they need him to be, the symbol, the proof, the living argument for the path they chose. Even the love between warriors has conditions. Respect earned through strength, acknowledgement that must be extracted through violence. The duel is the only language available for saying, I see you, you matter, you are real to me. And then there is Otsu. Otsu loves Musashi, knowing full well that the road may never fully intersect with hers, knowing that what she is offering may never be received the way she is offering it, knowing that choosing him means choosing uncertainty, absence, the long stretches of waiting without guarantee. She chooses anyway, not because she is naive about what she is choosing, because she understands something about love that most of the characters around her never arrive at. That genuine love is not a transaction. It does not come with terms. It does not require the beloved to become what you need them to be in order to justify the feeling. It simply is, because it is, because she knows how. The Otsu that most readers remember is the young woman chasing Musashi, desperate, hopeful, occasionally reckless. That version of her love is real, but it carries the weight of need. She wants him present. She wants the story to resolve the way stories are supposed to resolve. She wants the road to end and him to turn around and find her there. That version of Otsu is still loving with conditions, even if she doesn't know it yet. What happens across the length of Vagabond, quietly, without a single dramatic turning point, is that the conditions fall away. The panels that capture her most completely are not the ones where she is moving toward him. They are the ones where she is simply present in her own life, walking, reflecting, praying, waiting, without the urgency of demanding, not passive, something harder than active, something that requires the daily, unglamorous discipline of releasing the outcome. She stops trying to force the world into the shape she wants, and what remains, the devotion without ownership, the love without the need to possess, is something that most readers mistake for resignation. It isn't resignation, it's maturity, the specific and rare maturity of someone who has learned the difference between loving someone and needing them to love you back the way you want to be loved. Erich Fromm spent an entire book trying to describe this distinction. The immature love that says I love you because I need you. The mature love that says I need you because I love you. And the even rarer version beyond that, where even the need loosens and what remains is just the love itself, clean and unconditional and completely its own. Otsu arrives at that rarest version, and almost nobody notices because it doesn't look like strength, it looks like waiting. Here is the thing about Musashi that Otsu understands and almost no one else does. He is not searching for victory, he is searching for proof. Every duel, every mile, every sacrifice, all of it in service of one question he cannot ask directly. Am I enough? Am I real? Does my existence justify the cost of what I'm putting everyone around me through? He looks for the answer in stronger opponents, in the next mountain, in the next proof of his own capability. And Otsu, quietly, without announcement, without demanding that he notice, already has the answer. She sees him, not the legend he is building, not the swordsman the road is producing, him, the man underneath the pursuit, the person who is harder on himself than any opponent could be, the self that keeps running because it doesn't know how to stop and receive what is already there. She is not offering him love when he becomes worthy of it. She is offering him love as evidence that he already is. And Musashi cannot receive it. Not yet. Not because he doesn't feel it. He does, clearly, completely. But because something in him cannot accept peace he hasn't earned through suffering. Cannot take what is freely given when everything else on the road has demanded payment. The tragedy isn't that she loves him. The tragedy is that he can't yet hold what she's offering. Some readers see Otsu as strength. Others see her as tragic self-erasure. The debate is real, and it's worth sitting with rather than resolving too quickly, because there is a version of what Otsu does that could be self-erasure, a version where the devotion without demand becomes the absence of self, where releasing the outcome becomes releasing the self that had the outcome, where loving without conditions becomes loving without boundaries until there is nothing left of the person doing the loving. That version of Otsu is a cautionary tale rather than an inspiration. But I don't think that's the version Inoue drew. The Otsu who has matured, the one walking, reflecting, present in her own life, is not an absence. She is someone who found out what she actually is when the need to possess was removed. She has her own path, her own strength, her own relationship with the world that is not defined by whether Musashi turns around. The love remains. The need to own the outcome of that love is gone. That is not self-erasure. That is what the self looks like when it has stopped fighting itself. And the reason it divides readers is because most people have never seen that kind of love up close. Most love they have witnessed in life, in fiction, in the relationships around them, comes with terms, comes with the unspoken condition of reciprocity, comes with the expectation that loving this much should produce something. Otsu's love produces nothing she demanded, and it is the most complete thing in the manga. Most people love to be loved back. That is not a criticism. It is just the truth about how most love works. It is given with the expectation of return. It is offered with the hope of being received. It carries underneath it the unspoken question, do you love me too? Otsu eventually stops asking, not because she stopped caring about the answer, because she understood that the love she had to give was real regardless of what the answer was, that what she felt was not contingent on what she received, that the most honest thing she could do with that love was give it without making it conditional on the shape of his response. Most people will never be able to do that, not because they lack the capacity, but because it requires a kind of maturity that the world rarely teaches and almost never models. The willingness to love someone toward their best self, even when their best self doesn't include you the way you wanted. The ability to find genuine joy in their becoming, even when their becoming takes them somewhere you cannot follow. Musashi spent his whole life searching for proof that he was enough. Otsu already had it, he just couldn't receive it yet. And she loved him anyway. Build quietly. Walk your path.